Welcome to one of the most enigmatic and tightly controlled nations on Earth, North Korea. Imagine a country where, despite being one of the poorest in the world, it boasts one of the largest militaries, pouring vast resources into illicit nuclear weapons and ballistic missile programs. It's a surreal contradiction that raises eyebrows and sparks curiosity. But the reality for ordinary North Koreans is even more harrowing. Did you know that for many, simply dreaming of a better life outside their borders can lead to unspeakable consequences? It's illegal for North Koreans to leave their country without government permission, and those who dare to escape face severe reprisals. Torture, forced labor, and even life imprisonment in political prison camps await those who are caught. Join us as we peel back the layers of this secretive regime and uncover shocking facts that will challenge everything you thought you knew about this isolated nation. From bizarre state policies to the chilling realities faced by its citizens, prepare for an eye-opening journey into 33 crazy facts about North Korea. Let's dive in. Number 1. How handling North Korean publications can land you in trouble. In North Korea, the Pyongyang Times is not just a source of news, it represents the regime's strict control over information. When you encounter this English language newspaper, there's a shocking rule: you must never hold it by the leader's pictures. This is not a mere suggestion, it's a serious offense to deface or crease these papers, which can lead to severe punishment. This restriction extends beyond newspapers to magazines and any public documents printed with the leader's images. If you find yourself with a damaged copy, throwing it away is out of the question. Instead, you must leave it on a table for authorized personnel to dispose of properly. This bizarre regulation illustrates the lengths to which the regime goes to maintain its image and suppress dissent, instilling fear in the hearts of its citizens. Number 2. The surprising truth about cars in North Korea. Here's a fascinating fact about cars in North Korea. There are actually far more vehicles on the road than one might expect, but they are strictly categorized by their number plates. The color and numbers reveal a lot. Blue plates signify company vehicles, black denotes military cars, and green is reserved for government officials. Owning a personal vehicle here is incredibly rare and usually indicates that someone has achieved something noteworthy, like winning an Olympic medal or receiving a special gift from the regime. It's shocking to think that something as ordinary as a car can symbolize status and success in such a controlled society. Number 3. Three-generation punishment rule. One of the most shocking aspects of North Korean law is the three-generation punishment rule. If an individual is convicted of a crime, not only are they punished, but their entire family, up to 3 generations, can be sent to prison camps. This draconian measure serves as a terrifying deterrent against dissent and ensures that families remain loyal to the regime. The oppressive nature of this law creates an environment of fear where even minor infractions can have devastating consequences for entire families. Number 4. Regulated hairstyles. In North Korea, even something as mundane as a hairstyle is subject to strict regulation. There are only 28 government-approved hairstyles, 10 for men and 18 for women. This bizarre law reflects the regime's desire for uniformity and control over its citizens' appearances. Individuals sporting unconventional hairstyles risk arrest, showcasing the extent to which the government monitors personal expression. Number 5. Human waste as fertilizer. In a country struggling with agricultural productivity, North Korea has resorted to using human waste as fertilizer. Citizens are required to collect and provide their own waste to support farming efforts. This practice is rooted in necessity due to chronic food shortages, but it also highlights the extreme measures the government takes to ensure food production in a resource-scarce environment. Number 6. Luxurious lives of leaders. While the average citizen struggles with poverty and food shortages, North Korean leaders live extraordinarily lavish lives. For instance, Kim Jong-il reportedly spent over $300 million annually on luxury goods, while his successor, Kim Jong-un, supposedly splurged more than $600 million in his first year in power alone. This stark contrast between the elite and the general populace underscores the regime's prioritization of luxury over basic human needs. Number 7. Portraits of leaders. In North Korea, it's not just a matter of respect, it's a requirement to display portraits of the supreme leaders, Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, in both public and private spaces. Citizens must also wear lapel badges featuring their images at all times. Failure to display these portraits properly can lead to severe penalties, illustrating the cult of personality that surrounds the Kim family. Number 8. Mandatory conscription. Service to the state is paramount in North Korea, which explains its mandatory conscription policy. Both men and women are required to serve in the military. Men typically serve for at least 10 years, starting at age 17, while women serve until age 23. This policy not only bolsters military numbers, but also instills a sense of loyalty and discipline among citizens from an early age. Number 9. Wedding traditions. North Korean weddings are heavily monitored events. Couples must visit the statues of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il immediately after their marriage ceremony, reflecting the regime's pervasive influence even in personal matters. Uniquely, there are no honeymoons allowed. Couples return to work the very next day, emphasizing the state's expectation that citizens prioritize work over personal lives. Number 10. Birth practices. Childbirth in North Korea often occurs at home without medical professionals, reflecting both cultural traditions and limited healthcare access. After a baby is born, families celebrate with unique customs, such as sticking dates and flowers in a hen's jaws or red chilies in a rooster's beak. These practices are steeped in local folklore and highlight the community's connection to agriculture and symbolism. Number 11. Innovative energy solutions. Due to chronic electricity shortages, North Korea has developed some innovative energy solutions. The country has constructed wind-powered buildings and employs wood-burning cars as alternative energy sources. These adaptations reflect the nation's resilience in facing international sanctions and energy limitations while trying to meet its citizens' essential needs. Number 12. Propaganda and media control. Media in North Korea is strictly controlled by the government, with all content designed to glorify the Kim family and promote state ideology. Citizens watch state-produced television shows that often feature fictional narratives depicting the greatness of their leaders. This manipulation of information ensures that the populace remains indoctrinated and compliant. Number 13. Marijuana is legal and smoked regularly. Surprisingly, marijuana is legal in North Korea and is commonly smoked among the populace. It is not classified as a drug, nor is it illegal. Instead, it grows freely on roadsides throughout the country. This unusual cultural attitude toward marijuana highlights a stark contrast with many other nations where it is heavily regulated or prohibited. Number 14. Juche calendar. North Korea operates on its own calendar known as the Juche calendar, which begins with the birth year of Kim Il-sung, 1912. This calendar reflects the regime's ideology, Juche being a philosophy of self-reliance, and further emphasizes the centrality of Kim Il-sung's legacy in North Korean society. Number 15. Traffic cops. Being a traffic cop in North Korea is considered a prestigious job, especially for women. Selection often depends on height and attractiveness, reflecting societal standards that intertwine physical appearance with career opportunities. The traffic police play a crucial role in maintaining order in Pyongyang's streets, while also serving as symbols of authority. Number 16. Prohibition on blue jeans. Blue jeans are banned in North Korea because they are seen as a symbol of US capitalism. Instead, citizens are expected to wear traditional clothing or outfits that align with state-approved norms. This ban exemplifies how deeply political ideology penetrates into everyday life, even down to clothing choices. Number 17. No Christmas celebrations. In stark contrast to many cultures worldwide, Christmas is not celebrated in North Korea. Instead, December 24th marks the birthday of Kim Jong-il's mother, while December 27th is designated as National Constitution Day. This replacement of traditional holidays with state-sanctioned events showcases how deeply embedded the regime's ideology is within cultural practices. Number 18. USS Poblo. The USS Poblo, captured by North Korea in 1968, remains an interesting piece of history. It is the only commissioned US ship still held captive today. The ship has been turned into a tourist attraction in Pyongyang, serving as a propaganda tool that reinforces narratives about US-North Korea relations. Number 19. Music censorship. North Korea's approach to music censorship is extreme. Only songs promoting political ideals are permitted, while genres like K-pop are strictly banned. Possession or distribution of K-pop music can result in severe punishments, showcasing how tightly controlled cultural expressions are under Kim's regime. Number 20. State-owned TV channels. The country operates 4 state-owned TV channels, one dedicated solely to sports programming. All these channels broadcast content approved by the government, ensuring that all news and entertainment align with state propaganda objectives. Number 21. Kidnapping of a South Korean director. In a bizarre chapter of North Korean history, agents kidnapped South Korean director Shin Sang-ok and his wife in 1978, forcing them to produce films for the regime over 8 years before they managed to escape. This incident underscores North Korea's willingness to engage in international criminality when it suits its agenda. Number 22, computer ownership restrictions. In North Korea, owning a computer requires government permission, with internet access limited to just 28 approved websites available on a heavily censored intranet called Kwangmyong. This restriction prevents citizens from accessing global networks or alternative sources of information, maintaining tight control over public knowledge. Number 23, naming restrictions. Citizens face strict naming restrictions, preventing them from naming their children after supreme leaders or altering names associated with previous leaderships. If someone already shares a name with a leader, they must change it, a reflection of how deeply entrenched the cult of personality is within society. Number 24, flowers named after leaders. In keeping with the cult of personality surrounding its leaders, North Korea boasts flowers named after them. Kim Il-sungya, an orchid hybrid for Kim Il-sung, and Kim Jong-gilya, a begonia hybrid for Kim Jong-il. These flowers symbolize loyalty and reverence towards the leaders while also serving as propaganda tools. Number 25, no taxes in North Korea. Interestingly, North Korea claims to be one of the few countries where residents do not pay taxes domestically. It labels itself as the world's only tax-free country. While this claim raises eyebrows internationally, it reflects how state control allows for alternative economic structures compared to capitalist societies. Number 26, no mobiles for tourists. Visitors to North Korea face strict restrictions regarding mobile phone usage. Tourists are not allowed to use their phones during their stay. If they do so without permission, significant consequences can ensue. This ban serves to prevent unauthorized communication with the outside world and maintain state secrecy. Number 27, Koreans versus North Koreans. Interestingly, people living in North Korea do not refer to themselves as North Koreans. Instead, they simply call themselves Koreans, emphasizing their identity tied more closely to their nation than its division from South Korea, an intriguing perspective shaped by decades of propaganda. Number 28, Pyongyang's metro as a nuclear bunker. The metro system in Pyongyang is constructed deep underground, serving dual purposes, as public transportation and as a potential nuclear bunker in case of an attack. This design reflects both preparedness for conflict and the need for efficient urban transit within a tightly controlled environment. Number 29, limited internet access. Only a select few thousand elites within North Korea have access to the internet. Most citizens can only utilize Kwangmyong, a heavily censored intranet that limits what they can see and share online. This restriction makes it difficult for average citizens to engage with global information or communicate freely. Number 30, visa restrictions for travelers. Travelers wishing to visit North Korea face stringent visa restrictions. Only citizens from Malaysia and Singapore can enter without prior approval from the government. All other visitors must apply through state-approved tour agencies to ensure complete government oversight during their stay. Number 31, controlled radio stations. Radio broadcasts in North Korea are strictly governed by the government. Listening to unauthorized news could lead to imprisonment or worse consequences for citizens caught accessing external media sources. The state uses radio outlets as tools for propaganda dissemination while stifling dissenting voices. Number 32, 7-day work weeks. Unlike many countries that enjoy 5 or 6 day work weeks, North Koreans are expected to work 7 days a week, with Sundays designated as voluntary work days, despite this being compulsory under social expectations. The absence of leisure time emphasizes dedication to state duties above personal well-being. Number 33, unique basketball rules. North Korea has implemented unique rules for basketball games. Slam dunks are worth 3 points, while goals scored during the last 3 minutes hold extra weight in scoring values. These modifications showcase how sports can be tailored to fit national identity and pride within an isolated setting. These 33 crazy facts about North Korea provide insight into a nation that operates under unique ideologies and extreme control measures rarely seen elsewhere in the world today. From its oppressive laws and cultural practices to its quirky customs and beliefs, life in North Korea is marked by both absurdity and resilience amid immense challenges. I hope you found this video useful and informative. Please give us a like and consider subscribing to this channel for more upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.